People of the Purple Butterfly here. Gotta make this quick. My phone keeps running out of memory. People 7 on Twitter and YouTube. People elsewhere on the internet. And my blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. And I'm so excited I can't even talk. I am on my second set of Picot stitches. I did a multiple of, I did 20 the first time and 15 the second time because I noticed when I use an odd number, it gives me a bumpier edge. You know, it's still uniform, but look at that. Isn't that neat? And you could tell they fit nicely with the pearl ridges on the feather and fan stitch. From the back, well, with the other part of the thing showing up, it's not, now you can see it real good, right? See how nice and bumpy lumpy? It gives a nice decorative edge. I love that. Anyway, the pattern says to do a backward loop like this to do your increases. No, that doesn't work for me because I wanted it to be congruent and have a loftier texture. So what I did was a cable cast on. Look that up. What you do is you take the needle through, pull the yarn, and put that stitch on the needle, and then go through that loop with the yarn, put that stitch on the needle. And the only difference is you have to do the first stitch like a twisted stitch since it'll be in the same location. You don't want it to drop the stitch when you go to put that first stitch on. But it makes a nice, neat effect. I'm going to see if I can show it to you right quick. For your cable cast on, you stick the needle through, you get the yarn, pull a loop up, stick that on the needle. Then you do the same thing for the second cast on stitch, like so. So that gives you 2 stitches on the needle that are joined via the cable stitch. And then you go in like if you're going to make another cable cast on, and that's the first stitch you knit. The second one you could just knit the regular way because now the stitches are secure. And then you go ahead and cast off your 4 stitches. Well, bind off rather. 1, then 2. I'm just going to keep doing this till the camera runs out, which would be in about 30 seconds if I have estimated correctly. 3, then 4. And then you take that stitch and put it back on the needle. You have your bump right there, and then you have the stitches that you will continue working. And you just repeat the same pattern until you're all the way around all the edges of the blanket, of which it's a lot of edge, but because I'm doing it in sets of 20 or sets of 15, will take hardly any time at all. I can start and stop at will. With it just being 15 stitches, it gives me a quick stopping point. So I'm going to go over the pattern while I got the chance. For Picot edge, row 1, matter of fact, well, my writing's in reverse, so that won't work. Row 1, pick up some stitches, preferably an odd number. Then work back to the start, whether you're doing it a purl or a knit, or if you're flipping your work or whatever, you're just going to work back to that first stitch. Row 3, you knit 1 stitch, put that back on your left needle. Then you cast on 2 stitches, back loop, which is the way you're supposed to do it, or the cable cast on for 2 stitches addition, which I just showed you. Either way you do it, you want to get 2 extra stitches at the end of your work. Then you're going to bind off 4. That means you knit 1, knit another, pull the first stitch over that second stitch. That's 1 cast off. Then knit another stitch, pull it over 2. You do that till there's 4 stitches off of your needle. Then you take the last stitch that you just cast off, put it back on the left needle, and do your cast on of 2, and you continue on across like that. And basically you repeat from that process. When you run out of stitches, okay, like say for instance, I've done that all the way to here. Now I'm just going to simply pick up along the edge, however many stitches I'm going to do, which might be 15, might be 21, as long as it's an odd number. And then I work back across and start the process all over. And as you can tell when you do this, can you tell where I started the new row? Or the new set, rather? I can't either. That's how seamlessly it integrates when you work in sets of Picot. I mean, granted, I could do the whole thing all the way around. That would be about, let's see, that would be approximately 900 stitches. I don't have the time, the energy, or the patience for that. I'm certainly not trying to do 300 on one edge, 300 on another edge. Well, actually, it'd be 1,200 stitches since it's 4 edges. But, you know, I'm not trying to do the math. It's a Saturday. It's my day off. I knit for fun. I'm having a great time. If I stop to do the math, my great time becomes work. We know like math. I'm going to dumb it down. Carrie Lee will cry when she does math. Yeah. Now let me quit. Anyway, this is Good People 7 on Twitter and YouTube. I told you, I cracked me up. People elsewhere on the internet. And y'all rate, comment, subscribe, and stay blessed. Bye now.